doesn't quite feel right to be happy for the central. So, hi everyone. We are here to be sad. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. I'm being a little overly sad and dramatic, but let's speak with Bouclamont. No, Papa can't die. He can't. Alright, well, the mood is ruined. This is sad scene. No time for tears. How could this happen?
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Glamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Right. So, I... Balcona. I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn and the Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. I thank you for the report. Please inform the guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. People, I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you. Thank you. There should be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alphino, Alizé, could you take Bayside Bevy and Crown Aaronville the palace perimeter? As for Arya, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. Hi, befuddled citizen. I'm here to help and definitely not eyeing a sightseeing point. Thank you. Thank you. I thought it was done for. I heard something disturbing. The emulator. They say he looked like Gulool Ja Ja. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? If it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? I'm here to help. Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Gulool Ja Ja. We were safe. But now... Ominous clouds. Let's do this real quick. The Resplendent Quarter. Although seemingly uniform in appearance, a close look at these domiciles reveals the eclectic adornments added by the residents, the decorations emblematic of each inhabitant's land of origin. If truly all were a giant bird, then these richly colorful homes would form its resplendent plumage. Thanks. I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers? It looked like people, but they killed and killed with no hesitation. They attack us again. How can we hope to defend ourselves? Thank you, miss. My husband's son. They were... My thanks. I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wuklamat and Valcona? They're not to blame, I understand, I do, but I need to clear my head. You finish aiding the people here. Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children! No, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Can you go and see how things are at Telemarch? Afterwards, go and find Alizé at Bayside Bevy. There is no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. The fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. I have helped all those I could find and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. And if Raja actually meant to harm the people... I mean, look around. The buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. We can discuss that later. How is Lamati? Even after what happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duties for her people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest. And soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornatruk clean sands? In theory, I should be going to find Wuklamon. But I could also... High Tide Harbor. Due to the abundance of reefs in Tuliol's coastal waters, marine visitors are forced to anchor their ships out at sea and board smaller vessels to make safe landfall. Harbor's name is no idle promise, as even boats with shallow drafts can be caught on rocks when the tide is low. What? You can't jump into the water from here?
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. A drink.
There you are, Lamati. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamati. Lamati!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamati. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together.
You'll stick with me. Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believed that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Gulool Ja and kill him.
I'm fine. Just needed a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly, I struggle to make sense of it all. The strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Gulool Ja commands. Given everything he's done and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength, the strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Koana. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alize I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Oh, you're back. By that, I take it to mean Lamati is feeling better? She needs to be strong for the people of Tural, I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she tends to fight, then we fight. Together. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Pick up the pieces. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before? Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues as to Gulool Ja's new powers. Okay, examine the fallen soldier. Corpse. The start is still up there. From a distance, it appeared to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. A weapon. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. In place of where eyes or a mouth might be, you see a strange sigil on the front of this helm. So, what do you think? It looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. Indeed, while it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all. Do you see the sign of a power source? Though it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. Completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? We have, in the Skydeep cenote. That's right! The glowing stone used in the chamber with a gate to the Golden City. Well, the soldiers are a different color. The warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. Looks like everyone is here already.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Gulool Ja Ja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Greetings, everyone.
Raha! Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulool Ja Ja spoke about the Golden City to his two successors. Thanks to Wuklamart, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Toral. A letter from the Dawn servant, addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Toral nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Gulool Ja Ja. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the sky deep cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Lalafell and Gulool Ja Ja. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allegan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then,
Seven hells! What did you do?
nothing.
An earthquake?
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different. baby? Now hold on. Why would you...
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important, so Gulool Ja Ja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Sharlayan and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliyollal. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit, you believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zoraal somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
This looks like a job for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Gulool Ja Ja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliolol. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, We'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
I know what I have to do now. I know what I have to do too. Thank you for watching. Gotta call it good here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, click the little bell for notifications. Also come join the Discord for notifications there. Just come hang out. I find a link for that in the description, along with some links to me on social media. So, thank you again for watching. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!